Okay. Right, this is the review random for Blade. Now, I recently just did the podcast with the one and only Carl. Blade 2 will be on the cards and Blade 3 will be on the cards. As the box set has just been released on Blu-ray for the first time as a trilogy box set. All three films have been available before, but the second one seems to drop in and out of availability. And I sort of revisited Blade, and I've got it on VHS. I've got it on two different versions of it. I've got to remember this is a samurai sword, and I'm holding it in my hand. How many fingers have you lost today, Stephen? A couple, just a couple. But yeah, Blade was, as I say, I picked it up on the box set and revisited. I love Blade. I seen Blade at the pictures, and I was just like, it's amazing. I'm a massive fan of Wesley Snipes. Simon Phoenix, probably my all-time character, along with Neo Brown. But again, he's like sort of he's vicious, but he's a really good dramatic actor. But this is like the original comic book. I have no idea where my fucking phone is. Right underneath the camera. Right, okay, so red lights and sunglasses and samurai swords. But yeah, anyway, this film came along and just it's absolutely awesome. Just the era just before The Matrix. Wesley Snipes. Stephen Dorff at this time was really popular, coming off the back end of stuff like City of Industry, Backbeat, Blood and Wine. He was a rising star and got his name underneath Blade as well. Stan Lee was involved in this. David S. Goyer, who went on to write a lot of stuff like The Dark Knight and stuff like that. This opened up a lot of doors. Stephen Norton, who had been sort of had a breakout in Aliens 3 and stuff like Death Machine. He's fell off the grid after, well, not after this, Lead Sorry Gentleman. But it was just a combination of good timing for a lot of things, and Wesley Snipes has fucking owned it. I truly do believe at the moment in time, if Marvel do reboot Blade, there's nothing wrong with Wesley Snipes coming back. Wesley Snipes needs a massive comeback. Expendables 3 was a great little nod to the head. I know Snipes has been in prison and stuff like that, but when Snipes is on it, he's fucking on it. And he's absolutely really funny as well. Listening to the commentary for Blade 2 the other night when they were trying to get Michael Jackson in Blade 2, and it's not a joke because Wesley Snipes is in the Bad music video. So anyway, back to Blade. This came along and everyone was like, what the fuck? Like, everyone remembers the Blood Club. The whole, what a start to a movie, walking in and just shower of rain coming from the floor. It's a good job I've got no fake blood at the moment, or I would have been getting covered in that and raving in front of the camera. You know, everyone getting their blood is pumping, bass in the place, London on the remix. I actually bought the soundtrack, and the soundtrack, although it does contain the Bloodbath song, which I forget, Blood Pump, something like that. The majority of the album's like a bit of a hip hop dark beat album. New Line Cinema as well, come off the back end of New Line, were wanting a dark franchise because they tried it with The Mask and obviously went a different way from The Mask, where it being original horror, to boot this off. Brings in a lot of time lapse, you know what I mean. It's great how they've done that. It's very overcranked, especially when Blade's car chasing and stuff like that. Chris Christopherson being in this as well, I thought was really good. Because again, he's so dry humoured. I think he really grounds the film. Because again, no one really knew who the characters were. Blade had been around for years and everyone was like, who the fuck's Blade? You know what I mean? I didn't know who Blade was. I'm going to put my hand up and say, I don't know who the fuck Blade was. You know, and I've seen this and I see what fucking Wesley Snipes' Blade. It's amazing. I love how it channels the Lost Boys, Stephen Dorff. Although they say he's not a really credible threat, I think he's perfect. He's that like snobby fucking, you know, fucking ruthless, fucking wants power. You know what I mean? Like bad guy. I'm so glad they changed the fucking ending. But again, the style, the tone, how it's comedy, the bit where, motherfucker, you out of your mind, and the fucking cops run away, it's really funny. Blade does have a sense of humour, but the physical hand-to-hand combat, especially, again, going back to the blood scene at the start, a bit where he uppercuts somebody, the steel, and spikes him with that, and it's all close-hand combat, but he's not afraid to do a kick. But you also know when he does the whole Corey film, yes! You think, alright. You know, again, it's that coming off the back end in the mid-90s and stuff like that. There was a lot of cheese around at that point. And even when it was Boomerang thing. Some of the support cast is really good. One of the characters that's so fucking sharp. One of the characters who was in Fast and the Furious ends up being a Blade 2 as well by a miscast because he's in this. Again though, it just works really well. Just slow down, I would say about 3/4 the way in. I don't think it needs the whole temple of fucking like, oh, we didn't need the prophecy. We've got that in the Matrix. Yes, Blade was before that, but again, it's like it was like a decade of prophecies. It's like Mad Max was set in 2021. I mean, fucking hell, the 2020s fucking can't get any worse. We'll have fucking Mad Max next year. But again, there's a prophecy for you. But again, I just love the film. Again, with the ending, the blood gods removing the fucking blood tornado was definitely a good thing, because you see the deleted scenes and you think, Jesus Christ, like, fuck. And then, like, the thing is, Mordecai, I want to say Mordecai, the guy who Jared Leto's finally playing this year, standing in the background. So New Line weren't wanting to hit it out the park and do a sequel. They were hoping for a sequel. But again, this is one of the films where Wesley Snipes just fucking owns it. He is a quite likable, like, good cop, rising sun, boiling point, Passenger 57. But when Snipes is a bad motherfucker, he's a bad motherfucker, you know what I mean? Again, Simon Phoenix class and Blade is just tremendous. So, I'll see you in the outtakes. I mean, danger. Wow. But no, I love it. I love Blade. As I say, Blade is buried. Wesley Snipes. I did start doing Wesley Snipes, The Good, The Bad and The What The Fucks, and I have started another pile of his stuff down here. White Men Can't Jump, Marksman, stuff like that is down there. New Jack City, I fucking absolutely love New Jack City. But then you want to look at What The Fuck, and you look at a one called Hard Luck. Mario Van Peebles and Wesley Snipes re-team. It's like, what the fuck? Like, that film will make you go, what the fuck? I'm not going to spoil that film, just watch it. Everyone should have seen Blade. But again, going back to, have you even seen the TV series? Obviously, they really try to push it, so Sticky Jones, the rapper, comes in, and he was not bad, you know what I mean? Again, he's got cloning Wesley Snipes. And sort of like the House of Summit was the first name of it, so it's sort of got like a mini movie, like pilot, and then lasted for one season and got left on a fucking absolute cliffhanger. Fucking hate when things do that, right? Because, like, say for example this, if a show is like that and it gets cancelled, if you then decide to release the show, right, after you've cancelled it, you, as a creator, as someone who's distributing a show and says the complete collection, you should fund a final episode, even if it's shit, even if you have to replace an actor. Finish a story, then you can call it a complete collection, because then you're just cash cowing the motherfucker. But yeah, anyone who's a fan of Blade and hasn't picked it up on Blu-ray, especially the new box sets, £20 retail, you get Blade 1, 2 and 3. Bonus features as well. I think everything that was on the original New Line release on DVD is there. The second one has free commentaries. That will be the next podcast I'm doing with Carl. We had a good night doing it. Pretty epically long, so we had a massive rant after it. But fans of Blade, I am a massive fan of Blade. I just wish Wesley Snipes was given a chance for a fourth one. I know it's like, we don't need another origin story. Just Blade comes back, and just that would be fucking class. That'd be absolute class, because without Blade, we wouldn't have had a Deadpool. We wouldn't have had a bit of a Marvel. Because Blade showed that after Batman and Robin, that people leave a love or hate, there was a bit of a love for fucking crazy ass fucking death-defying fucking crazy ass vampires, even if they are fucking crazy. Right, thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.
And now